All right, from Undrask, of course, joining us here on According to Metal is Erik Collier and Steve Wynn from the band. Of course, Steve's the vocalist. Erik is the lead guitarist of the band. Now, we didn't play this song, but if you heard my review, and I know you have, and I've read other reviews of your album, Longhammer is just freaking awesome, man. I absolutely love that song. And I guess what makes it even better or worse, depending how you say it, your video for that... Dude, I'm telling you, it's one of the best, worst things I've ever seen. And I can't say it in any other way. I think that had to have obviously been done on purpose. At least I think so. And one of the things I thought to myself when I interview these guys, I have to ask, tell me how that video was created, and more importantly, like, what are your are you happy with the end result of it? And just kind of take me through it, dude, because it's so awesome. It really, really is.
Yeah, we're absolutely happy with how that turned out. Justin Reich, the director, is sensational. He's done a lot of stuff. You know, we felt like we were in really good hands within 5 minutes of, you know, walking on set with this guy. And, you know, he's done some really big names. So I'm not going to name drop anybody, but check him out, Justin Reich. Dude is fantastic. Yeah, so the way that came about is I think it was after practice one day. You know, we just had like a 12-pack of Red Hook's Longhammer IPA, right? So we were sitting there drinking,
yes!
And then
that totally makes sense now. Why didn't I?
Right, it's instant, right? Yeah. So that was kind of how it happened for us. That just aha moment of, you know, we should definitely write a song about a dude with just a big ass hammer, murdering guys, and then make the whole thing just a giant metaphor for drinking. So if you like read along with the lyrics with that in mind, then hopefully you can kind of see some parallels there. You know, you can find the lyrics on Bandcamp or, you know, on the physical album copies or whatever, just sort of follow the song there. And then, you know, shortly after, you know, we started writing the song and writing the lyrics, we thought, man, wouldn't it be great if we could sort of go a little less metaphorical and just throw this medieval warrior guy into a modern park.
You have to.
So that's where that came from, and that's why the video exists. And we sat around and sort of brainstormed some gags and stuff, and that's what came out of it. So yeah, there's definitely some of Justin's vision in there as well. You know, we were some back and forth to try to, you know, figure out the best way to do certain things. And then, and obviously, you know, Steve and Daniel made these awesome, amazing breakaway boards, beer pong tables and cornhole boards. They just turned out fantastic on the video, man. They just shattered. It was beautiful. So props to them for doing that. It wouldn't have been nearly as awesome without that. So
that's very cool. Now, you had mentioned going on to 70,000 Tons of Metal cruise, which I'm not going to be on this year, but I will be on next year. But what other tour stops do you have right now, and how difficult is that as a band that I'm assuming you guys work full-time jobs to support you and your families? How difficult is it in today's modern metal scene to do anything like that?
To be clear, we're not playing on 70,000 tons. Just that Erik and Daryl are going on the cruise.
Oh, I apologize.
Respect. Sorry, right? No, they're just going. We're not playing that. Only those two are going to be on the cruise.
Okay,
ship.
I didn't see you on the bill. I thought maybe you were a late ad. So
that would be amazing.
That.
Dude, just show up anyway and play. What
I know, right?
Yeah. Just exactly. Right on the deck. Just start playing.
Like,
all right, well, I'll go to my next question then.
Well, Daryl and Erik just set up like Tenacious D style, just like on the, you know, like actually on the ship itself, and just start doing stuff and
go acoustic.
Yes.
Yeah, screw it. Why not?
I love it.
All right. Well, so who have you guys seen or heard out there that, you know, because this whole show was really born out of the idea of making, you know, giving bands that need to be heard, you know, an opportunity to showcase themselves. Who have you seen out there that you're like, man, how has nobody heard of these guys? Who, you know, everybody needs to hear them. Erik, Steve, what would you say?
Talking about just like locally, like within our region here, or
anywhere, any band that you've seen or heard that you're just like, you know, these guys need to be heard, and I don't know how everybody doesn't know about them.
There's a local band. It's kind of a two-parter. We play seldom, pretty often, I guess, with this local band called Mind Jacked, and they are the southern rock Pantera kind of influenced stuff, and they put on such an awesome, energetic show that I try to make it out and play with them, and we try to take shows with them whenever we can. And the second part is the bass player for Mindjacked has a brutal death metal band called Chaos Ensues. He
That's
just
a cool
started
name,
it,
too.
and they are awesome. I mean, I can't stretch how much I love this new stuff coming out with these guys. They just have a demo, a couple songs here and there, but for doing their own thing, Chaos Ensues out of Lexington, North Carolina, man, definitely check those guys out. And Mindjacked.
Cool, man.
Nice.
Thanks. What you got, Eric?
Man, I got so many. Let's first. I'm gonna throw out a band called Duskmorn, and they're out of Pennsylvania. Or I guess it's sort of a split, like Pennsylvania, New Jersey project. The guys are kind of far away from each other, but yeah, they're just phenomenal. They're actually launched a successful Kickstarter for their second album. Their first one's called Legends. Check it out. They're basically, I guess I would call them sort of a folky kind of black metal melodic. They're different, man. There's a lot of atmosphere going on in what they play. They bring in some really interesting instruments. Super cool stuff. Duskmorn, and again, they're kickstarting their second album. Like, I think they met their goal within a couple of days or something like that. So, they're at least getting around a little bit. They need to get around a lot more because they're amazing. Choose The Reticent is fantastic. We recently played a show with them, and just the atmosphere that they bring is phenomenal. The guy that sort of runs the show there, Chris, he's seen some stuff, man, and he puts it in his music, and he translates it just directly into your brain and the audience, and the feeling is something else. They're kind of like a progressive, I would say, sort of maybe Opethy vibe, some Tool vibe in there for sure. Fantastic stuff. The Reticent again. I've been jamming a whole lot of Necromancing the Stone, and I know they're signed to Metal Blade, so I'm not sure how big they are right now. I don't think they're big enough, though, because I must have listened to their album Jewel of the Vile like 100 times, just over the past month, and it's phenomenal. It's like some old school sort of King Diamond vibe. I think a lot of guys have sort of been comparing them to maybe King Diamond sort of thing, but the feel is different. The guitar work is phenomenal. Just amazing talent. One of my guitar crushes is in that band, James Malone from Arsis. So it's going to be fantastic if you know who that guy is. So
That's awesome. You mentioned you have guitarist crushes, and that's actually kind of brings me into a question we like to ask a lot of our guests, because we're metalheads. We listen to metal, obviously, the many genres that we listen to. Biv and I became friends because of metal. You guys essentially kind of formed a band and became friends almost around metal as well. But one question we love to ask our guests, because as much as we want to say we listen to metal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all of us have some sort of guilty pleasure. All of us have a type of music or an artist that we really don't want to admit we listen to, but, if you ask, I guess I'll tell you. And some of our guests have had some just amazingly diverse answers that you would never guess in a million years. So, Steve, I'll start with you. Whether you want to admit it or not admit it, I guess you're going to now. Steve, what is your guilty pleasure? Whether it's genre or artist or band or whomever.
I'm not ashamed to say, because he's really freaking amazing, I love Tech Nine, the rapper.
Really? One of my friends growing up is in love with that guy. Like, he goes to like all of his shows.
He has a song called Am I a Psycho? The video is crazy creepy, but man, it is one of my favorite songs. And yeah, Tech Nine, hands down.
Wow,
my
cool.
non-metal favorite.
Yeah, we had Wu-Tang mentioned a couple episodes.
Oh yeah, Wu-Tang's awesome.
So you're not alone in that one. Another rap reference. That's cool. Whatever. Eric, what you got, man? What is the guilty pleasure that maybe you're in your car when your headphones are on, when no one's looking, you're cranking it up?
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to quote Misha Mansour of Periphery and say, I don't believe in guilty pleasures, man. Just listen to what you like. Who cares, right? But my guilty pleasure, I guess, would probably be I like a lot of dubstep and like electronic music. So maybe I could throw out like I guess some people call it liquid dubstep or chill step. There's a guy called goes by the name of Blackmill I like, or Midas, Mitis. Some of his older stuff I dig. So some sort of electronic stuff I'm into.
Yeah, that's the second answer we've gotten to more of the kind of, well, not necessarily dance, but some EDM stuff essentially that we've gotten also mentioned. So yeah, it's just really cool to hear. As much as we want to admit that we just listen to nothing but metal, man. Sometimes that isn't always the case. So Erik and Steve from Undrask, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Before we let you go, what are some ways that people can not only check out your album and pick it up and listen to it, et cetera, but what are some ways that they can kind of stay in touch with you, follow what's going on with the band? Plug away, my friends. What do people out there need to know about and how to follow up on what you're doing?
Got bandcamp.com/Undrask. That's where you can find merch. You can buy our CDs, and of course, we're on Facebook, Twitter at Undrask Band. Shoot us a message, say hi, say whatever you want, tell us we suck. We don't care. Just get us some views and some likes. That's all we care.
Yeah, Facebook's a pretty good way to get in touch with us. I'd say it's the best. And then we try to do a little Twittering here and there, but I'm really bad at it. But it's there.
Yeah, amen, brother. I'm the same way. I can't, we obviously have According to Metal on Twitter and According to Metal on Facebook, and Biv handles the Twitter part at least a little bit, but I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. I'd like to say I like it. I'd like to say I do, but I